Hello everyone, welcome back to All the Mods 9. So, I'm currently making another soggy ball, because why not? I just wanted to, like, round off this area right here. So, yeah, we're going to have 4 out here, and then we got our big one right there. I've done a few changes. I don't know if I should wait for this to... No, you know what, I'll leave it for now. Anyway, I've done a few changes, as you can tell. First off, I moved all my mechanism over here, off camera. Because we did this recently, and I thought, you know, it'd be easier. Also, this thing works inside. Kinda, because look, I've put in some skylights. And it's actually quite nice, because it shows off, like, some sun in here. Makes it quite nice. I rounded this off up here, so we've got like a few more of these, what do you call it? Molecular assemblers and all of the, yeah, we've got loads of crafting room now, which is great. We've got 8 coprocessor and 256 storage thingies in here as well, so I think this looks kind of good. It's my little chandelier. This is going to expand, I think. We'll probably need more than this. Over the playthrough, right? I haven't even moved everything over yet, right? So, yeah, this is definitely going to expand. All I've been doing is I've been using this. So I've been coming in here and doing all of these. Yeah, it's pretty good. I even set this back up in here, which I thought was a good idea. I moved my my fusion reactor, but I don't need it, if you know what I mean, because we are using wasted radioactive combs. I feel a lot better today, by the way. I just put that out there because I don't know. I've been out and about a little bit. I think it like helped shift a bit of it. I think my voice is still probably a little off, but you know, just bear with me because I'm getting there with this sickness. It's not the vid. I did take a test and everything, and I'm all good. I think I've just got a cold. It's probably man flu, right? So yeah. Anyway, I set all of these up. I even put like little framed, what do you call it? Framed item frames. Yeah, framed item frame with tinted glass. I think it looks really nice. So each of these have got like, this one here is specifically for, what's that? That's infused, or whatever it's called, enriched coal and enriched redstone. And this one's diamond and so on and so on. My fissile fuel thing is back up and running. I'm using, oh yeah, let's go underneath and I'll show you. I'm actually using the mechanism pipes for this. The universal cable. Looks really cool. And I've just got one little doot right there. Just a small little doot. And that's powering everything, which is super awesome. That's making fissile fuel. It did run. When I rebuilt this, it filled it back up and I forgot. But yeah, everything seems fine. Like, oh, I'm not actually pushing into the front of this. That is a point. Why are you not inputting? Why are you... Okay, you're not supposed to be uranium. Coal. There we go. Are you going to start pumping coal in there? You should. There we go. So that's going to slowly... These things are really weird, the export buses, because they like speed up the longer that you like leave it, if you know what I mean. So this is like... Yeah, speeding up basically. Anyway, yeah, this one over here is for the uranium. So, yeah, we don't actually need this, as I said, because wasted radioactive combs, right? I will just put out there, wasted radioactive combs. We've got enough now to get all of the antimatter we need for the ATM star. Now, it has been brought to my attention that a lot of people have been asking recently, or why why it doesn't have this, the uranium 5x block. This is purely for the Pilpoh server. We put this in place. It's something that our team has like got together and decided we need this because on a server you want to use simulation upgrades because it just means that you don't have like loads of bees flying around, because each bee can get up to like, you know, over 100 US per tick, and you want to keep the US per tick like really low. So if you've got like 100 wasted radioactive bees flying about the place, it's not good on the server. So we specifically, for this server, have put the 5x uranium block as the pollinating flower for the wasted radioactive bees. It's not like that normally, so I'm just putting that out there because the ATM team did get a hold of me and say, like, did you do that just for yourself? Because lots of people have been asking, and it's just us. We've done that. So I apologize for any like confusion around that. Like, unless you do the exact same changes as us, then yeah, you're not gonna get the wasted radioactive combs using the 5x uranium block. Just so as you know, it's just, yeah, it's just for this server. However, you can actually get access to this server. So we host this server via Patreon. I say via Patreon. Basically, we're using Patreon, like the money we get from Patreon, to host like a bunch of servers. So we've got like a Greg Tech New Horizons server, and we did have an All the Mods 8 server, but that one's now gone because All the Mods 9 is out, right? So we've got the All the Mods 9 server. I know Bagsy's really interested in hosting like a gear-friendly mod pack. I think right now we've got like a Create mod pack that's like specifically for people with lower end machines. So you could have a look at that. Or you could come and play on here with us, and you'll get all of the perks. Like, we're about to remove one of the recipes for the ATM star. It sounds a bit counterintuitive, but if you have a look at the ATM star, I'm actually quite lucky because, actually I'll show you via this. If I do portal, you know these portals? You had these in All the Mods 8. So, like the miniature Nether portal, for example, and like the Twilight Forest portal and stuff like that. So, I already made all of my miniature Nether portals like a while ago because I could, but they've since changed it. So, if we have a look at this, this is an Ender infused teleport core. You can't actually make those anymore because that's from All the Mods 8. So, the way you would make it in All the Mods 8 is by using Elemental Craft, but Elemental Craft's not in All the Mods 9. So we are going to remove that need because I've already crafted them, right? So we want everyone to have like a similar experience to us. So we're going to remove that recipe. It's just going to go back to being the teleport core. That's what I had. So everyone else is going to have that as well. Until the ATM team actually like implement something for the Ender infused teleport core and the Nether infused teleport core, because right now you cannot make the ATM star from scratch, so there's kind of a blocker right there. We found that out by going onto the ATM Discord, and someone had asked that question. I searched it up. I searched for Ender infused and it came up. So I'm a little confused why it's not in the patch notes, but I'll probably go and ask the ATM team, to be fair, see what they say. Anyway, let's get back to all of the changes I've made. So first up, oh yeah, I really like these framed item frames. They just look really cool, right? With the like, you know, tinted glass. Oh, looks so good. So I've changed these up slightly. As I said last episode, we wanted to fill these up with printed silicon and redstone dust, which is a really good idea for making, you know, the three processors. So if I break that one, I can see. So it's a good idea. Oh, that explains a little bit. Okay. That's wrong. Okay. Anyway, I'll figure that one out in a minute. But basically, I need to take this one out of here, and I need to put it. Oh yeah, to do this one, I haven't finished this bit off yet. Basically, what I'm saying is, this didn't work for like all of the ones that are just on their own, right? So we've got these ones here, for example, the Certus Quartz, Fluix Dust, and Skystone Dust. Oh, we do have Skystone Dust Essence. I was literally just looking it up a second ago. So yeah, this makes us like loads of skystone dust. Now I've set up the recipe for that, so I could just, oh, it's middle click in it. And that'll go off and make the recipe and give us a little bit more, which is awesome. But yeah, that was past Pilpoh. So thank you, past Pilpoh, for doing that. I figured out that you could just do it in a crusher, so I've made an ultimate crushing factory, and that's just pulling and pushing from the bottom. So it's pulling, as in it's getting put into this via the extended pattern provider, and then it's also pushing down into that via the extended pattern provider. So this goes into the system, which is awesome. I did find that, if I break this one, Ender Dust is a bit different though. So Ender Dust, like the one from Applied Energistics, this one. You can't do it in the crusher, but you can do it in a sag mill, so I literally just put it in with a sag mill. The little nuances is a bit weird with this. Another thing that I did was I set up an unobtainium furnace. Again, this is just a crafting one, and it's pulling and pushing from the bottom, input output. So that's super useful. So we've got a load of, well, we could put loads of recipes into this, which is really good. And then I did set up all of the, what are they called? Accumulation presses up here. So this takes a skystone steel, I think it's called, something like that. And I believe it's from mega cells. So you need those for a load of mega cell recipes. And you need it for this as well. But as I just pointed out, I did something a little wrong there, being that, yeah, this was supposed to put in over here, and I don't know why I even, yeah, let's get rid of that. I'll put this in here. Let's go accumulation. How do you spell it? Is it two C's? It is. Okie doke. So that is the recipe right there. I can just get rid of these two like that. This one, I believe, sends, here we go. Yeah. This one sends skystone steel, which is this, sky steel ingot. And that's made like this. So I've also got a recipe over here. You see where all of this sort of like hits together right now. So I've got the recipe for that here. So it is very similar to making Fluix crystals. It wasn't too bad to set up. Just needed to add it right there. Hello. Is that missing? I think that is missing. No, it's Beastie. Yeah, so anyway, that is sending over to there. What's this one doing? This one, okay, that one's already got the accumulation, so I don't need this, basically, so we get rid of it. There you go. So what this does is it sends to these pattern providers. You might also notice that these aren't actually connected, because I'm using one of the wireless connectors. So I've got a wireless connector here, and that's being connected up the top. So that's for this one. And then I've got another wireless connector somewhere. Maybe it's underneath. Can't remember where I put it. No idea, but yeah, it's around here somewhere. Let's have a look underneath. Yeah, there it is. I popped it over there. No, that's the other one. I don't remember where I put this this connector. Maybe I put it on this line. Let's have a look. Let's go underneath. Yeah, there it is. I put it there. Fair enough. So, yeah, that's what I did to make the mega cells thing work. I needed like a whole new set of stuff, right? So, and I didn't know where to put it, so I just put it above. I think this looks kind of neat now, though. And I labeled everything. Everything looks amazing. I even labeled over here, so we can get plutonium and polonium pellets whenever we want. All of these have been set back up. This is exactly the same setup as I had for refined storage, by the way. Like, these are at the back. They've got the exact same recipes. Just now it's applied energistics. Yeah, that's all it was. I also moved these forwards because they didn't need a buffer chest, whereas these ones do, right? Because this needs to send 2. If I have a look in here. Refined obsidian dust and osmium ingot gets you refined obsidian, so on and so on. So that's pretty useful. None of my patterns have disappeared yet, so that's really, really useful. I think today we should probably get an SPS set up. But before I do that, I do want to just show that Oh, hello. There we go. I did set up a bunch of recipes. Yeah, this is another thing. This pattern provider is now feeding 4 of these energized orbs. I think it looks kind of cool. And each 4 of these have got like the import bus. I haven't put like the upgrades on any of them except for this one right here. But that means it's 4 times as quick, technically, if I was to put the acceleration cards in. I also have put in recipes for like a bunch more stuff from Applied Energistics, right? So like I really like the look of these super dense energy cells, so I made a few and I made the recipe. P2P, because we're doing P2P now. There's like, yeah, a bunch of other stuff. Oh, that's another point. This is now from Applied Energistics rather than Refined Storage. So that is this thing up here. And it's also got a dimensional card in it. So this one's kind of annoying to make because nether stars and so on and so on. And this one. I made some Enderium plates because you can make Enderium via the dust. So I made it this way. But yeah, these are pretty decent. It means that I can open my terminal wherever we are. So if I go to, I don't know, Ancient Pyramid, this is in the other, I'm guessing. And I open that up, there you go. Perfect. Go back to New Pilpington. That's what I've, okay, am I going to spawn in? I'm going to think about it, innit? It's back! Look at it! We can see everything again. It's so weird that that happens, but... Oh, it looks really nice with the sun just right there. Yeah, anyway, we are back, and I just realised I missed a recipe, which is the HDPE pellets into the sheets. I think it's a enrichment chamber. What is it? Enrichment chamber. Yeah, all good. So, now we could just say get us like a ton of HDPEs. Let's do 500. Why not? I'll go off and make us like a bunch. Over time, is that doing the thing? It is. Look at that. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Lovely. So, that's going up nicely. I need to program in the SPS, which is this thing, which also means I have to program all of these back in, which is fine because I should only need to do this one more time, right? But yes, it's still very annoying that those disappeared, right? But it's fine, I swear. So we can put these in some sort of crafting. I've got to find like a good one just for mechanism, I suppose. So I'll use this one right here. I tried to do one for like all of the modular router stuff, and then this one down here was like miscellaneous and like vanilla. But yeah, there we go. So what is it for the SPS casing? We can make all of those things. Lovely. Let's put that one in there as well. Where is it? There it is. So now, oh, by the way, I'll just point out that all of these have got acceleration cards in them because I spent the time whilst I was like placing them down, putting all the acceleration cards in. I should always try and do it that way because otherwise I will not want to do it because it's a bit of a bum otherwise. I also need the casing. I always forget what kind of glass this uses. I think it's the reactor glass, but it could be the structure glass. I don't remember. But we also need the other things from mechanism. So at mech, little lasery things. What are they called? Where are they? It doesn't. These things. Supercharged coil. So let's. I'll tell you what. I'll get all of these recipes all together, and then we'll be right back. Right, there we go. I just ordered 4 of these supercharged coil thingies. And it wasn't doing anything for ages, and I was like, why is it not working? Oh my goodness, what have I done? I did notice that I didn't have water going into these, so I had to add these, which is fine. But other than that, I was like, this thing's broken. Why is the solar neutron activator broken? Yeah, it was nighttime. Duh. So I I was there for ages trying to figure that out, but it's fine. It just takes its time, right? So yeah. We have got way too many of the wasted radioactive combs now. We've got like a good amount. So we should be good on antimatter, which is great because we actually want more antimatter anyway. Because a lot of the stuff for the mech suit actually takes antimatter. I don't actually have like any upgrades in these yet. I should definitely try and get some. Is it still going? No, it's still going. Okie dokie. Oh, it's a lot that it needs to get through. Flipping heck. Alright, well, we'll give that a bit of time then. So, how much does this need? 40. Oh, poop. I already, yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. I already, like, asked for the supercharged coils twice, but it was broken for other reasons. Namely because I left some osmium in the one that was making the infused alloy. So it used up some of the redstone. That was my bad. But anyway, yeah, well, that meant that I put a load of, yeah, these wasted radioactive combs in there, which is why it was being a bum. But yeah, that should be fine. We'll get a couple more of the pellets out of it doing this anyway. So it's all good, all good. Nothing to worry about, I swear. So I was just thinking, where do I put the SPS? Because I could put it up the front here. I mean, I could always go downstairs, put it underneath, but I think putting it up the front just makes more sense. We could put it here, right? The SPS actually only needs two things, and that is polonium, so this stuff, from the solar neutron activators. So I hope I've got enough room right here. I might have to make another little bit of a skylight, which means I'll do it on the other floor as well. And then I'll just pack it full of solar neutron activators. Yeah, and then I'm going to have to make like an absolute metric ton of these chemical oxidizers to get through all of the combs we've got. I think that is going to be the plan. And then all the combs will turn it into nuclear waste into polonium. Polonium goes straight into the SPS. Maybe we put the SPS like here, like quite close. I think this point would be great. Yeah. Oh, I just remembered as well, I didn't actually order any of the SPS parts. SPS. I need to go figure out how many of these casings I need, which means another trip to Rage Plays Games video from like 5 years ago, but still works. So we're going to have a look at that and see the exact amount that we need. Okay, so by the looks of it, what's the enriched iron used for? Enriched. Not how you spell it. Enriched iron. What's this used for? Reactor glass. Okie dokie. So we do. I'll tell you what. I will make recipes for these. So the reactor glass comes from here. This is the stuff we're going to need to use. And by the looks of it, we need 32 crafts of this. Doesn't look right. Oh well, we'll do 32 crafts. Why not? That's what Rage Plays Games says, so we'll do that. We also need 32 crafts of the SPS. No, sorry, we need 64 crafts of this. So how many does this make? Just the one. Okay. So we need 64 plus another 8. So what's that? 72? Yeah. So we need 72, and then we need a chemical crystallizer to turn the antimatter like gas that we get into antimatter pellets. And we also need one of those supercharged coil things. Oh, okay. So it looks like I just need this stuff. Okay, let's get a how do you spell it? Crystallizer. That one. Yep, that's exactly what I meant to put, obviously. There we go. So that's that one. And then what else do we need? I think that's everything. Okie dokie. I should probably set up... here we go. Solar neutron activators. Set that one up. I'll also set up the recipe for bronze, because I never did that. In this system, at least. And then the oxidizers. This one. We want to do this one, which has got like a bunch of stuff that we need to make. So, personal barrel, that's one. We need dynamic tank. I've set this dynamic tank one up like 1 billion times now. I also am going to set up the recipe for steel dust into steel ingots, because I never did that. And then this one right here. So actually this one, the steel dust into steel ingots, can go down here. And then the rest of them I just need to stick up into this point. I need to do all of the stuff for the barrel there actually. So let's also do that one. So that is a barrel. I don't have slabs, so let's get rid of those. Oak, plank. Drop that there. Perfect. So there's the slab recipe. Okie dokie. So I'm going to go down here to this bit and put those two in. And I think that's everything we need, other than putting steel over here. Just like that. There we go. I didn't even need to do that. I can access it from over here. I forgot about that. So in here, if we go to, it will say unobtainium furnace. There it is. So we could just put it in. No, that's not it. It's right here. See? So we could put it in here instead. Right. So now, SPS, I just need to craft 72 of these, which is going to take us a rather long amount of time, considering we're doing it one by one. Oh, poopy. We did have 9 left over, so let's just say that that was intended. Ooh, look at that. Both of them are running at the same time, making us some polonium nuggets, or whatever they're called. This thing. Pellets, that's the one, not nuggets. And plutonium. Pellets. Yeah. Polonium, plutonium. Cool. So, if we look in this one, we can see we've already got 3, so that's pretty good. But yeah, it's going to take ages to get through all this, like 3,270. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, I suppose I'll just have to think of something else to do in the meantime. I might clean up a little bit. Ah, this isn't ideal. It just started raining. I did have a ball removed. Yes, I am smiling right now. And I did say it like that on purpose. Yeah, I got rid of this one here. That's where all of my mechanism stuff was. Just because. The reason I don't want it to rain right now is because I think it turns off the solar neutron activators. Is that right? Yep, that one's not working right now. Pooh. Right, I'm hesitant to do a /home just in case it does the same thing as last time. Is it currently nighttime? It is. I'll ask everyone to sleep. There we go. Everyone slept. Lovely jubbly. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I have a plan for what we're going to do whilst we wait. I think it's time to de-sogify our soggy balls, if you know what I mean. So, full of water right here. Someone had an amazing suggestion, which is we could use a hose pulley. So, if we pop over to one of our balls and we slap this down somewhere, stick it there for example, we can hand crank this so it gets all the way to the bottom. Cool, that is going down, so we just hand crank this all the way down until it hits the lantern down there. Get one of these. This one goes on this side, and then we just get a trash can. I mean, we could use this one. Why not? This one, the ultimate trash can, can do like everything. Now, the only issue that I can find with this is it going to do the outside. That's what I'm worried about. Oh, it is doing it though. Look at that. It's draining it. Oh, you little genius. Thank you for the person who suggested this. I should go look you up and put you on camera. It's definitely not doing the outside of this, is it? I don't see any areas where it's doing the outside. Ah, it's amazing. We should have done this to begin with. Oh, look at that. That was awesome. Oh my goodness. Why do I do this to myself? I didn't put power into these two things. I'm such a dingus, honestly. Ah, what the heck? Okay, I'm still waiting because I was an idiot and I didn't put power into these two things. Oh, this one's already finished. That's pretty good. Yeah, I just wanted to say, what are people reading nowadays? I'm currently reading The Expositionary Force by Craig Allenson. I think that's how you say it. Craig, brilliant. Craig is how we say Craig in the UK. Craig. I've actually got a mate called Craig. It's a weird name. Anyway, I'm watching Exposition. Watching it. I'm listening to The Expositionary Force on Audible right now. There's like 16 books, and I'm loving it. It's so good. But yeah, if anyone's got any suggestions, I quite like fantasy and like sci-fi as well. Sci-fi books, love them. What am I listening to right now? So obviously Expositionary. I've basically listened to all of the Brandon Sanderson books. Massive fan of Patrick Rothfuss. Although I've like given up right now. I know exactly how the Game of Thrones people like feel. Like no book in the past like 15 years or whatever. It's not fun, is it? So kind of given up on the King Killer Chronicles from Patrick Rothfuss, but it's one of my favourite book series of all time, even though it's a shame in it. But anyway, what else am I listening to? I listened to the Bobiverse books. They're so good, honestly. It's like about a von Neumann probe. It's basically a probe that goes out and like duplicates itself, and yeah, it's got like a human behind it, but he duplicates. So Bob turns into like, all these other Bobs. That's why it's called the Bobiverse. Really good book, to be fair. Recently started listening to Peter Klein's books. They're pretty fun. They're really weird. Very Lovecraftian, let's say. I think they're like inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. But they're pretty good. There's a fantastic, absolutely fantastic book series by Nick Jones. He's from the UK actually, and it's based in basically near where I grew up in a place called Cheltenham. And so obviously there's a little bit of like, ooh, I like Cheltenham, so yeah, I know it as well. But yeah, they're the Joseph Bridgman books. They're pretty good. It's a time travel book, so very interesting. Not gonna lie, I got a couple of books that I did not like recently, and that is anything by Jasper T. Scott and Nathan Heistad. I don't know. I just feel like they're like, there's characters that I've never met, and then it's like, well, you're a boy, you're a girl. Okay, that means that they're a couple in the next book, and it's like, but they've never what? It doesn't make sense, and like, I feel like they're kind of rushed, if you know what I mean. So here's some plot points, here's some plot points. Okay, now we converge the plot points. Job done. I don't know. That was my feeling about it. I just I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of that. I'll tell you a series that I really got into like a year or two ago, and that was the Wheel of Time books. I listened to all of the Wheel of Time books, and my goodness, there's like 14 books. It's crazy, but I listened to every single one of them and absolutely loved the books. And then I watched the TV show, and I was very confused because it's nothing like the books. Again, I only read it because Brandon Sanderson was like a part of the project at one point. He did the last 3 books. Unfortunately, Robert Jordan, I think, died like just before he finished. He had one more book he wanted to release, but it was huge, so they split it into 3, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, I read all of the books. I loved it, and now they're butchering it, I think, with the TV show. Brandon Sanderson's podcast, if any of you know of that, it's called Intentionally Blank. Really good. It's on YouTube. That's where I watch it. But even he sort of slates the show. He's got like a writing credit on it and everything, and he's like suggested a bunch of stuff that they just ignored, from what I can tell. But anyway, that's another. You know what? That's enough of me talking about books. It is now night time, so I need to go sleep again. We are getting there. No more me talking about books. I apologise for that. Anyway, so this is the beast that I've set up. Why? Why did I do this? Right, so to explain, this is what this is. We've got the chemical oxidizers. I do need to go through and set all of these up. I think there's a thing that you could use that like copies the exact like configuration of this. I need to go find it, but yeah, I need to set this to like output to the top, so it ejects like that, and then that's items. We don't want that. Okay, that's fine. And then gases we can output to the top like that. There we go. And this is going to make us polonium wherever that's go. Okay, all of these. Fine. Anyway, that's exactly what I need it to do. I need it to input from the bottom items, and I've got a exporter right here with all of my wasted radioactive combs. And then that... Oh yeah, I've capped this all off. But underneath here is logistical transporters. Screw it. There we go. There you go. Logistical transporters. That's transporting all of the combs into all of these. I would have used modulators, but I don't know. I just didn't. And then I just need to set all of these to accept from the top. What's the thing called that lets you copy, you know, the configs from all of these? I'll have to go find that. There you go. Beastie just dropped some knowledge on me. I don't know how this works. Config card. Guessing you do that. Yeah, there we go. This is exactly what we need. So I need to go through and just like right click all of these chemical oxidizers. That'll get all of the nuclear waste going. 5. There we go. So we got 25 of these. All of them are converting all of the combs into nuclear waste, and then they're being pumped into solar neutron activators. Obviously it's just gone nighttime, so not the best time to sort of show it off, but my whole plan is I'm going to use entangled blocks, and then these should output already to the front. Gases, and it's auto eject. Perfect. Right, we're nearly there, so I'm just going to start building this. Ooh, I just remembered something. Right, F3G. Haha. Perfect. That's not perfect. This is going to make this... Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter. I was going to do the thing which Mr. T loves everyone to do, which is don't make multi-blocks across, like, borders of stuff. Because if you make them across borders, then, you know, you have to have more than one chunk loaded for it to work. And it's bad for some reason. So, but I've got to have it, like, centered, right? Otherwise it'd be weird. I think this is how you do it. I always forget how this thing works, but I think if we do that, and then we do this. I love how Rage Plays Games talks about this. He calls it a chubby plus sign. Absolutely amazing description. You have to build it like that. Now, all you have to do is do that on all of the sides and the top eventually. But yeah, this is how you do it. Right, this is built. Kinda. We need to put in some ports. So I'm going to take... I haven't got enough to do more than one right now. But this one we are going to put right here. I think this is how you do it. You put a port in. And then you can put power into this. I don't know what I'm going to use. Probably a flux point. Instead of a gate. I think flux point can transfer more power. But we've got infinite power, so it's all good. And then we need a port for the top. And then we need a port for the... I'll have to put it up the front here. So I'll put one down here. Yeah, so, okay. So we've got one more port. We're just waiting on... Okay, 4 more. That one goes there. I don't know why I've got 5. It's a bit odd. Anyway, that one goes there. That one is going to be... output. So that's going to output the antimatter. And then we just need the crystallizer, or whatever it's called. Is it called a chemical crystallizer? It's this thing. Yeah, that's the one. So we grab one of those. And then the antimatter is going to come out, go into the crystallizer. Although, can I just slap the crystallizer on this? I don't know. I've always used a cable or a tube. Let's just use a tube, because why not? So that'll go on like that. It will connect when this is formed. It's not going to form yet, because we're waiting on that last set of SPS casings. And then it's just a waiting game. Luckily, all of my chunks are chunk loaded. And they do chunk load when we are offline. I think it's just for the admins, though. So that's kind of an unfair advantage when I think about it. But I need the unfair advantage. Looking at the old servers that we were playing on, I got way too far behind. Although saying that, Mr. T has already just made like 18 ATM stars. And he started way after I did. So yeah, he did all of this already. Anyway, right, I'm going to wait for this to finish, and then, yeah, I think we'll call the episode after that. Oh, there we go. We have finished crafting. Oh, it did it. We've got an SPS. Amazing. Right. So, power goes in the back here. Let's get ourselves a flux point. Have one of those. Perfect. Can go right there. Doing one of those, and now I just have to entangle a ton of blocks. Entangle. So if I stick this here and then click on that, is that going in, or does it have to go in via the top? Because if it does, that's really annoying. That's really super annoying. I think it does need to go in via the top. Let's have a look. Never mind. Yeah, it's processing. It's flipping processing, it is. How much power is this pulling? Yeah, 400 million FE per tick. And now that is out of polonium, which is fine. Because we can do this. I didn't realise you could put it in like either side. Oh, I just entangled that. Oh, I keep doing that. That's so annoying. Okay, I think we're good. Are these all working? That's got nuclear waste. Is that going up? I don't know. I'll tell you what, we can go down and we can have a look to see if this has got antimatter. And it does. Huh. Sweet. Cool. We just need to leave this now for a while. And this will make us a ton of antimatter. I will just say I've put an importer or an import bus on the bottom there. So we have to set all of these. Energy, that's fine. We can leave energy how it is. There we go. SPS is going, and we are getting antimatter. Not very quick, though, is it, right now? I don't know what I can do to speed this up. These have all... God, these don't have all of the upgrades in. That'll be why. Okay, I will make all of the upgrades for these off camera, and I will put them in here. So they'll be super, super quick. And then that should speed everything up. All I know is the solar neutron activators are quicker than the chemical oxidizers. So I think 25 chemical oxidizers should keep up with 16 neutron activators. But yeah, I'm going to call it there for today. So thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.